Hi everyone, welcome to the Love of Books, Movies, and Happiness. My name is April, and today we're going to be talking about J.D. Robb's newest book, Desperation in Death. It's right here. It is her latest in the In Death series. She's got over 50 books in the series now. If you've never read the series, or maybe you just picked up this book, or you've seen people talking about it and you're curious on it, I highly recommend going back to the very first book in the series, Naked in Death. It is a futuristic series where you meet Lieutenant Eve Dallas, and she's a lieutenant for the New York City Police in the homicide unit. She has a very troubled past. She did not have a good childhood, and you learn a little bit about it in the first book, and then throughout the over 50 books, you kind of delve deeper into her past. Some of the cases really bring out her past and help her to get to the point where she can deal with it. And you also meet her husband Rourke and some of her friends and get to follow their journeys as well. Then today's book is the latest in the series, of course, and she's gotten to a point with her past where she's at peace with it, but it still affects her throughout her cases, understandably. And Rourke, her husband, still worries about her. Not too long ago, she had just finished a very traumatic case, and she's not quite recovered from that one when this happens. So she is brought on the scene of a girl who is dead, not super old, actually fairly young. You know, she's dressed in very adult clothing. You know, her underclothes are very sexy and extremely adult looking. Her nails are like perfectly manicured. You know, her hair is like salon quality done. But she's dressed in clothing that says otherwise. You know, so they're a little confused on that. And they find out by doing a missing persons report on her, or running the missing persons of who she is, and that she went missing a few months back. And as they investigate, they start to realize that there is a child sex trafficking thing going on. Ultimately, it's a school where the kids are kidnapped and held against their will. And through various training methods of pain and reward and just other ways of training them, they start to teach them different ways of being sex slaves. And these two girls make a pact to escape, use each other's skills to get out. When one makes it out, the other one does not. But the one that makes it is injured and so traumatized by everything that she forgets for a little bit. You know? So this book follows Eve as she goes through the case trying to figure out exactly what is going on. And it is quickly apparent that she's figured out most of what is going on and is trying to find out just how deep into society it goes. We meet some others from other books that are a part of this case, including the school that they started. You get a good look at Eve's compassion and the fact that she can use her past to help solve the case without it getting to her. Gotta love when people honk in parking lots. It is a book that I highly recommend reading. It's not a light and easy read by any means. You know, it's got a little bit of heaviness to it, but at the same time, it's a really good book. 5 out of 5 stars. Suggest the entire series. There's 1 or 2 books within the series I'm not a huge fan of, but the series overall I absolutely love. It's not the books themselves, it's some of the characters in certain books I just don't like. But that's with any book. You're going to have the characters you love, you're going to have the characters you hate. That's what a good writer does, though. They make out characters that, you know, you love and hate, and you keep reading about them. I highly suggest reading any book by J.D. Robb. And then also, you know, she's got some other books coming out later this year, next year, technically. when those come out, we'll definitely be looking into those as well. So, if you're looking for a good book to read or a good series, the In Death series is a great series by J.D. Robb. Her latest one, Desperation in Death, is the one that I highly recommend. You can pick it up at any bookstore. You can get it at thrift stores, used stores, online, your library if you don't want to pay for a book. There's all kinds of ways of getting a hold of a book. So I hope you go out and enjoy it. And get on my Facebook page or even on this video and comment. Let me know what you thought of it. Did you like it? Did you not like it? I'll happily talk about it with you. Alright, guys. Until next time, keep reading.